You know what? I'm going to say it. DC is scared of Robin. But what? No, you say. DC is publishing right now comic book about most of the Robin. Nightwing, Red Hood and Damian all have their own comic book, for example. Well, I am pretty sure they do, or at least had one pretty recently. Plus Gotham Knight is basically a Robin game, with 3 Robin being playable. The same 3 that were playable in Arkham Knight. And a lot of Robin appear in animated movie and show. Well, you're right about that, DC isn't really scared of using Robin. But the live action stuff is. Think about it, Robin in the DCU is dead. The first movie in which we see Batman, he already has died. In Dark Knight Rises, he is an Easter egg about a new character that will become Batman. Yes, I know the new character is an amalgam of the 3 main Robin, but still Nolan never had any plan of making the character become Robin, only Batman. He never was interested in Robin. And now in Gotham Knight, the CW show, they made the Kelly version of Robin, a weird pedo nickname Bruce gave her.
Probably his little Robin. Probably his little Robin.
Really? What the fuck? Robin was a central part of the Adam West TV show. He was a huge part of the Batman animated show and of the Joel Schumacher movie. You said Batman, someone said Robin, but again and again the idea of a darker and darker Batman pushed away the Batman movie from using the lighter element of the character, like Robin or Grey for the Batsuit. By the way, Blue made a great video about that, called the Batman Darkness Paradox. Link in the description. And without the lighter element, the Robin persona, even when it is used in modern live-action DC movie and show, was made in a way where he is so dark that he lost the point of being Robin. But what is the point of Robin? History lesson here. In the comic, the first Robin was made to make the Batman comic more accessible to a younger audience, as kids or teenagers around the world could see themselves in Robin as Batman's partner, making the comic lighter and broadening the age demographic of the comic to younger audience. The idea worked. In fact, it worked so well that a lot of other superheroes started having their own Robin, their own sidekick, like Bucky for Captain America. But nowadays, having a Robin, a kid or teenager next to Batman in a dark movie like the Nolan trilogy, The Batman, or even Tim Burton's Batman is almost impossible without fundamentally changing the character. Well, they could still do Robin in a dark movie, but then the character himself wouldn't be dark. Robin was made to be light. Not in the sense that he can't be in a dark story, he can. Any of the 4 main Robin can. Hell, 5 if you count spoiler. But making the character lose its light is just not really making Robin. This is what Titan did, and we know I think Red Hood in that show is a joke. Well, if not, again, check the video in the description where I talk about that. But basically what I think is that other than the surface level stuff like the name and suit, he is nothing like the comic Red Hood. That Jason's version of Red Hood in Titan shifted from being a cool take on the kid that could one day become Red Hood in the first 2 seasons to someone who has nothing to do with Red Hood after becoming the persona. Again, check the video for more detail, I would. But other than that, even Nightwing is so much darker than he is in the book. Trading the lighter appeal of the character for the kid turns into a weapon by a borderline crazy father figure, which is very different from the original purpose of the comic character, and make the idea of Robin a twisted one that Jason and Dick try to escape to fix and better themselves. Dick feel trapped and feel himself become trapped in a cycle, making him more and more violent, and Jason feel like he is and will always be a failure before becoming Robin, and next to the OG Robin, the perfect Robin, making him resort to drug to live up to being Robin and falling deeper and deeper into Scarecrow's grasp. Basically, Robin is something you need to escape. It's toxic and bad. It's not really Robin. In it, Robin is a toxic relationship that gives a sense of belonging to kids exploited as young soldiers in a war they didn't choose in order for Batman to remain grounded and not become completely crazy, which is a dark subversion of the Robin story if I ever saw one, but also the only real, recent Robin story we have in live action. And this is the crazy part.
Die! Oh, no, 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 no! Nobody! No!
You can like Titans and how they made Robin, but saying this is the only way of doing it is lazy. It's limiting your story because you are scared. Robin can work. If you can watch a movie about Spider-Man, the age is not the problem. If Red Arrow work in Arrow, the young sidekick work. If they can make Bucky work, why not Robin? Look, Red Hood next to Superman is my favorite DC character, but we will probably never see a proper adaptation of the character. One that start as Robin, die and later come back to life. If they do it, they would skip the Robin part or make it twisted and edgy, because it's the quote-unquote silly part, but also the part that gives the story the weight it needs. Why? Because like Titan showed us, Robin is impossible to make as dark as people want him to be without taking away from the core of the character. I am not saying Robin can be in a dark story or that nothing serious can happen in a Robin story. Look at Robin Year One. It deals with the positive that Robin had in Batman, the danger of putting a kid in his position, and keep the story fun. Robin is still Robin in that story, and it is great. But DC is scared of doing that in a movie, scared it may look silly. But still, that doesn't mean that I hate the Batman or Dark Knight. Those movies are great, I just wish we could have also Robin be a part of those movies, or that he could be in some other movie. Okay then, what is the point of the video? Well, DC doesn't want the Quipster Robin. A lot of people doesn't want him either. They think he take away from Batman's appeal, that having someone that make him grow next to him, that forces him to be a father, is not interesting enough, that it isn't dark enough. They want their dark trilogy of movie, where Robin can be one of three things: the person who will become Batman, the kid who died, or skip the Robin part to the next phase of the story. It's basically what Titan did, having Dick start at a point where he want and need to create his own identity for himself, and Jason be at the point where Robin is toxic to him and he need to get out. A lot of people seem to like the idea of how twisted the Robin concept is, and that it need to be a thing for the character to be taken seriously. But this is the complete opposite of why Batman took on Robin in the first place. After Dick lost his parent, Bruce saw a rage in him, a rage that would push Dick like it did to him after his parent got shot, a rage that would have turned Dick Grayson into Batman, into someone just like him, and Bruce wouldn't wish that on anybody, so he saved the kid, trained him, channeled his hate into something constructive, made him whole, gave him something he never had, the possibility to heal. And by doing it, it also healed Bruce. Dick left becoming an adult, a better Batman, becoming Nightwing. Bruce took on Robin to heal them. They became family, not turn them into weapon. Yes, sometimes it backfired, like with Jason, that he thought he could help, like he did Dick. But as Jason says himself in the second round of Red Hood and the Outlaw, no one could have saved him, but they are still family. It's why he keep the bat symbol on his chest. Now, don't say Robin is too silly for live action. Robin can't only work when it's subverting the idea of Robin itself, and let me prove it. Look at Arrow. They had Red Arrow during season 2 and 3, and it worked well. No matter what you think of the show, they pulled the Robin card well. They didn't age up the character too much, but found a balance. They made him someone we saw Oliver was helping by making him his protege, like Batman does for Robin. Think what you want of the show, at least it proved Robin can work in live action. Thinking the only way Robin could work is by making him not Robin is nothing but lazy. Once, I get it, as a dark subversion of the classic idea, but nowadays we see so many young heroes on the big screen that I don't see why Robin wouldn't work if someone really tried. And don't give me it's word he lived with Bruce. He's adopted, they are father and son. Why can't Bruce have a son? Why would it be weird? All that because I like characters like Damian and Tim's Robin, Red Hood and Nightwing, but none of them work without Robin, and I hope one day we see a live-action story where DC isn't afraid of that. I mean, there is a reason why the webtoon just about the Batfamily talking to each other for whole chapters is so popular, why we love to just see Batman and the Batfamily together, because they are Batman's family. More than that, they are Bruce's family, just give them a chance. Well, it's up to you to think about it now. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe if you liked the video and to want more videos like those. Thanks for watching.